he's an old enemy of the boss's. What do you expect him to say,
Oh,
eh?
look, sod that. What are we going to do?
Well, what's that supposed to mean? We're going to do our act.
You bloody murder us. You must be joking.
That's very nearly funny, you know that?
Look, what are you talking about?
He means, do you not? See, he means, how are you going to change your act at this short notice to suit Mr. Challoner? Isn't that what you mean? Hmm?
It's not such a tragedy. I can place something together. Fortunately, I've managed to keep my distance.
Yeah, well, Challoner will get the act I came with. He don't bother me.
Okay, so be the funniest hod carrier at Wimpy.
I don't carry a hod, Sammy!
We've got an act.
We've got several acts. And what about the one we used at Christmas?
What? You heard what Mr. Waters thought of that?
Oh, look, sod Mr. Bloody Waters, Jed. I don't intend to spend the rest of my life on the piggin knocker collecting club money. No, I don't, all right?
Well, I don't care what you do or don't do tomorrow. Tonight, we do the act.
Do we?
We do.
Christ, you're off your bloody head, man.
What about you, Georgie?
Oh, I'll think of something. Well known for my flexibility. Besides, it's the way I tell him, isn't that right?
If you hate those bloody docks as much as you claim, you'll think of something all right.
Yeah, somebody should have told Challoner they do run boats to Manchester, so that schmucks like you can unload them.
I know what to do. You just trust Georgie, eh?
What about you, then?
Who, me?
You slippy sod.
The traitor distrusts the truth. The traitor distorts the truth. The traitor destroys the truth.
You're dafter than you think, you know.
I drive a van all day for British Rail, right? And if Challoner was on fire, I wouldn't piss him out. Max Bygraves.
Well, maybe you won't have to, eh? I mean, you've changed your act already, haven't you? Who's a clever boy, then?
Slippy.
I'll see you at the show, darling.
Henry. Waters must have mentioned Challoner. Told him last week after we left. They always have a drink together at the Mare.
Forget if I try. Who cares about bloody Challoner? Others have gone on, have they?
Yes, Mr.
I've got you some buttonholes. There's one each for
Thanks very much.
And don't stop boozing after your turn.
No.
Well, I promised the principal would be gone by 10 at the latest. All set?
Yes.
Let's find the man.
As announced in last week's club bulletin, there will now be a brief interval in the bingo. A brief interval in the bingo to listen to some new comics sitting their feet on the first rung of the ladder of fame. Now this will last half an hour at the most, and I'd like you to show these lads the traditional courtesy of the club, and then we'll get straight back to bingo as soon as it's all over. Now these are all lads who've been coached by that favourite comic of yesteryear, the Lancashire lad himself, Mr. Eddie Waters. Take a bow, Eddie. So I think we're in for a treat. First off then, a young man from Ireland, now domiciled in Moss Side. Your welcome please for Mick Connor.
Told him not to tell you I was Irish. I wanted to creep up on you like.
Well, I'm talking as quiet as I can.
Good evening. Sorry about the bingo. Was you ever foreigners, any of us? No, I don't mean the odd fortnight in Brighton. You know, I mean like always. You know, like you came here from Timbuktu or Veliki Luki or Ballymurphy. Jeez, it's a funny thing. My first day in Manchester, I go looking for rooms, and your woman opens the door. Neat little thing with gouty eyes. I said, do you have any low terms for Irishmen here? She says, yes, piss off. Troublemaker, you see. Oh, I never knew I was a troublemaker till I came to this country. I mean, everything is different here. Even the Catholic Church is different here. I went to Mass at the Holy Name. It's like an opera. Now, back home in Ireland, it's more like a market. You know, the priest takes 10% commission on all transactions. And confessions. I mean, in England, you can hear the candles melt. See, your Irish priest is mostly either half deaf or half stewed. Speak up, my son. There's nothing to be ashamed of. So you have to burst your lungs off to get absolution. It's a fact. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It is 6 years since my last confession. I have mismatched 723 times. I have fornicated. Oh, jeez. Then you can hear a pin drop. Oh, nothing like that here, mind. No, your English priest enjoys it too much. I married an English Catholic girl, you know, and she's sitting on there on the bed on the...
I'm afraid I can't continue with my studies, Mama. Why? Says Mama. She couldn't say why. Why? Always why. Why? Said Mama. My sister says, well, I'm sort of pregnant, Mama. What? You're pregnant? Do you know how I struggle giving you the education I never got? Now you come back, you say you're pregnant. Oh, you give me a chair, give me a seltzer. Oi, oi. She sits down. So who is the father? Like that. So who is the father? And the sister says, well, I'm not sure. It's difficult to say, Mum. I can't quite... But you don't know the father? What you saying? I sent you to university. I'm simple, people. I'm plain, but you're educated. I don't know the proper way to be introduced, but you don't know how to ask me, whom am I having the pleasure? She was some woman, Mama. The bank manager rings up, Mrs. Samuels, you have an overdraft of £50. Is that so? She says, so what was the balance last month? He looks, he says, you had a credit of £22. All right, said Mama. Did I phone you? Okay, forget the Jews. Well, everybody else did. Heard about the Irish lamppost? Pissed on a dog. Heard about the Irish cargo ship carrying yo-yos? Sank 44 times. The Irish water polo team drowned 12 horses. This secretary runs into the boss's office and says, can I use your dictaphone? He said, no, use your finger like everyone else. There's this West Indian looking for a labouring job on a building site. Foreman says, no chance, I know you lot give one of your job. You turn up the next day with a gang of your friends. He begs and pleads, finally gets a job. Next day, turns up with a pygmy. Pygmy, down there. Foreman says, what did I tell you, no friends? He said, that's not my friend, that's my lunch. Hey, what do you think of this women's lib then, eh? Burnt your bras, have you? Did you, sir? How interesting. Hey, I burnt the wife's. She went bloody mad. She was still in it. I was in this pub downtown, and this liberated woman person collars me. She said, you're a brutal, loudmouth, sadistic, irrational, sexist, male chauvinist pig. I said, I suppose a quick screws out the question. Anyway. You know, I was in the bar there earlier. I thought I'd take a leak while it was slack. And this big black bugger rushes in. Ah, he said, just made it. I took a look, I said, there's no chance of making winning white for me, is there? Anyway. I'd like to thank the pianist. Thanks. No, actually, he's a brilliant pianist, this man. He's got a lovely touch. Actually got that touch off Liberace. Am I right? And that other thing off Liberace, is it cleared up yet? Okay. Take care of yourselves, and if any of you ladies are accosted on the way out by a tall, dark, handsome man in a white tuxedo, remember, it's for your own good. And I'll leave you with this thought. Impotence is just nature's way of saying, forget it. But remember, maestro.